It's done. And I don't know how long does it cook? Like 10 minutes or something?
I think so, very quick. No.
You want me to lean back? Relax.
Has it started?
Yep, I think we're good. So just tell me who you are and share me your story.
Hi, my name is Shemaya Morton. I'm 31 years old.
I'm John Morton. I'm 31 years old. I'm her husband.
So last year I was pregnant, but because I didn't know I was pregnant, I thought that I had food poisoning, and he was also a little sick during that same time period, so we didn't know. Went to the doctor, got the confirmation that we were pregnant, and we were excited, and so we just started to prepare, and everything was fine. A few months later, I had a subchorionic hemorrhage where I thought that I had miscarried, but I didn't. The baby was still in there. And then after that, we lost the baby maybe about 3 weeks later.
Well, my name is Jamie Fish, and I'm the director of the Biblical Counseling here at Bellevue. And I have been in Memphis since 1987, so a little over 35 years, and have worked in this office for since January of 1998, so about 26 years in this office. And that was a lot of learning on the front end, and then now just ministering and maintaining the ministry here. Well, suffering is just a common human experience, and the scriptures teach us a lot about that, and I think because humans experience it, the Bible relates to what their experience is and gives insight and perspective. Job tells us that man is born, he's a little trouble, and then he dies. And I've had people that probably would object to the adjective that Job uses there about little. They have a lot of trouble in their life. Jesus tells us in this world you will have tribulation, but to take heart, I've overcome the world. So there's an opportunity, I think, to connect to God in a way through suffering that we don't otherwise. We have experiences in our life that bring great joy. We have other things that are just part of life, and there are other things in life that cause us great pain, and suffering is just part of the human experience.
Part of my suffering is grieving how I was, and I'll never be like that. So it has affected my faith in terms of seeing all the good, or just thinking things will be okay, because it won't always be. I knew that, but yeah, I grieve who I was. Like, there was an innocence that I won't be that way anymore.
Well, I would say that suffering is something that causes people to question. And so if they have a background in spiritual things, they've been to church, maybe they don't have a relationship with God, it causes them to lean in or move toward God, to ask the question, why? And I think that in that, God can backfill information to help them understand that, this is all designed to bring us to the end of ourselves, to draw near to Him, because this life is not all there is. There's meaning in pain and suffering, and we have to go back to, where did it originate? It wasn't part of God's plan. It's a byproduct of original sin and man's vulnerability to temptation and sin. And so really all the suffering that we deal with today is a result of your sin, my sin, or at least original sin. Hebrews chapter 5, verse 8 says, even though he was a son, he learned obedience through the things that he suffered. So I know that Jesus came to this earth. He didn't have to do that. He took on a body, a physical body. I'm sure that while he was here on this earth, he had some physical pain from suffering. And then later, obviously at the end of his life, pain was inflicted upon him and he experienced great suffering. I think we don't fully grasp that. I've had people in counseling that have said, well, Jesus only suffered for a few hours, when actually then they would contrast that to their suffering, which was, maybe for years. And I said, well, I don't really think you understand the significance of what Jesus suffered, because he suffered for those hours apart from God for the first time in his experience, and then incurred the wrath of God against all sin for all of time.
My encouragement to everybody is every day is a gift from the Lord, and to see it that way, and to say, today is the day the Lord has made. I will be glad and I will rejoice, and know that just when one door shuts or you hear bad news, that's not the end of that news. That's just the beginning of a story, and it's a story of how God will get you through that.
So this is for the couples out there, married couples. You just have to be understanding with your spouse and understand that you're gonna potentially be at different phases in the grief, and your spouse will probably not, and you yourself will probably not say the right thing at the right time, but it's something that you're gonna have to work through and learn from that, and it's not gonna be easy and it's not gonna be perfect.
What people are looking for is they're looking for hope. They actually really want an end of the issues that are bringing pain in their life, and I don't think anybody really is able to flip a switch and turn the page and everything is fine now and the pain is gone, the suffering is gone. And so part of Life Solutions is helping people to process through that and recognize that difficulties and challenges motivate us to grow. They're an incentive to grow, and it helps us grow in maturity. Counseling, Life Solutions, we really have the same goal. We don't want to have a goal different than what God's is. We recognize that we can't take away the pain, but what we can do is we can walk with people and share with them. The scriptures tell us that we're to rejoice with those who rejoice and grieve with those who grieve, in Romans chapter 12. And so I think we can do that. We can walk with people, and because most of our leaders have experienced God's healing or his help and support and encouragement as they've gone through suffering, now they can speak with confidence as they talk with other people that God is going to be there for you. And this is going to be a time where you go deeper in your relationship with God. And coming out on the backside of this, you'll be like David and some of the other psalmists, that as they come full circle, they know God better, they have a richer relationship with him, greater understanding of the human experience, and then also now they're equipped to minister to other people and they have some street cred because they've been through it.